Alright, hello everybody, it's Tinsera here, and we're going to start episode 9 of our Front Mission 3 playthrough. I'm not going to go directly into the story just yet. I'm going to give people, there's a few people who actually like to watch the entire story, so we'll probably play around in the simulator mode for a bit and level up a couple of our guys that we just got. As the title indicated, I just got Marcus on my team, so he's kind of fresh, doesn't have any skills. We were right outside the embassy. Oh yeah, the laggy embassy that was on fire. So, I'm not gonna... We'll go into the network. I'd like to get a couple battles in anyway. Some of my pilots, they're just not... I'm trying to push the storyline, but I've pushed so hard that we're hitting a wall now. The enemies are way harder, and I can't even barely progress the story. So, I feel like it's time to actually get a couple grinding battles in, even though I said I wouldn't grind at all. Tau base. I believe this is the one we just unlocked in the last mission. 2 missions ago. I think 2 episodes ago we got this. Got Fruity Spruce's mech. Emma and Haichu's mech. Ryo got... Well, wait. I need Marcus, because he's the one that has no skills yet, and I need to get him at least 2 more. And was it Dennis? I think it was. Well, we'll run 2 or 3. I'm not going to start the story just yet. That way anybody stops in, they'll get to see what the combat looks like before even... Because the story can be a little boring if you're not got any context to it. Right off the bat, there's a missile. Melee, missile. Oh, we have 2 of the missile guys we can just go beat on real quick. He doesn't really need skills, but I just brought him to... So I'd have a major damage dealer. We should be at least at a decent enough level to take this simulator. With a little hope, we'll get a couple of skills that we need to progress the storyline. There we go. Didn't gain that one, but Emma's chaining out her pilot damage. Hopefully I can get better computer for her. Little Marcus is meleeus. We're gonna go over here. Melee. Oh, he's gonna get shot first. That's okay. We're just looking for skills. They go down in the simulator, it's not a problem for anyone who doesn't know what I'm doing. It's basically like a test run. Ooh, that was actually a really good hit. That's right, Dennis was still in a rocket launcher. I see, I should have moved his mech. He needs to train up different skills. Although he might get chaff in this, which is great anti-missile skill that I could use. Oh no, he moved away from me. Oh. Of course he would. Each one's going to have their own little battle going, it seems. Normally I gang up on one, but we're just going for skill proc, so... If I do that, I'm just going to wipe through them really quick. These guys hurt. Even in the simulator, that's still a lot of damage. There, I don't mind him. That's fine, you can attack him, I don't mind. He's built for it. Oh, but his arms aren't very good. I didn't upgrade the hit points, I think that's what it was. See, it's a good idea to do simulator, because then I can remember what it was that we need to do and work on. You, no. Let me get you. don't need to beat them. I need skills. We're going to have to put them in better mechs. The mechs that are actually designed to proc skills. Okay, I didn't get the right arm that time. That's alright. And I'm playing around with heavy spikes anyway in this team. I've never done that before. Most playthroughs I go with the fists. Hi Blown Apart, welcome to the stream. You made it for episode 9. We're doing some grinding in the beginning, trying to get Marcus a few skills. Maybe. I might have to stick him in a new mech. Just saying that. The one he's in currently is way too melee centric. But we do have the new simulator, so... They were, well, see, I need skills. Those are pre-equipped on these. Oh, he dead. Oh, he real gone. That damage didn't have anywhere to go after the fist, and it just went on to the parts. That's alright, it's free AP on the fists for that. Maybe get his arm here. Yeah, there we go. Denied attack. Lovely if they would just proc some new skills. This is why the Zenithslav's such a good trainer for double assault if you're going to do that heavy. But I think I've already got the 2 people in my group that need double assault. That'll be Emma and Kazuki. Because Marcus, I don't know if I'm going to focus melee with him. I know he's good at it, but... let's see. She's handling that pretty well. We'll just finish it off, because again, I'm just going for skill proc. Doesn't matter. Goodbye. Hello, Buno. Thanks for the lurk. Oh, I don't know. We'll just keep going with this. Marcus's machine's not named either, so I'll have to pick somebody to give that name to. Oh wait, the missile launcher guy, he is no longer a threat. That guy's still a threat. I don't know, maybe I will make him a pure melee, or I'll do melee shotgun. Ooh, nice body hit. I'm not going to do missiles, though. I think in the storyline, it just slows it down. Too much reliance on the ammo. Kazuki's just racking in all the XP. This is why I shouldn't have brought him. That mech just, it ruins everything. In a good way. Yeah, I knew you'd get back in. Oh, that's alright. We'll just... He's taking all the XP that I planned on giving to the new characters. It's fine. I figure I'll run maybe 1 or 2 of these fights, and then I'll go ahead and get the story going. Enough people have at least seen the notification if they wanted to watch it. Boom. No, you needed to knock that off. Or get a skill. If you're going to get hit, get skills. Coolface has got this. Nope, he doesn't. Not in the way I needed him to. Fruity seemed to think that Linny ruined things. I don't know. Lenny at the end of his storyline was really killer. I believe that's the clip I made, actually, was him just going wild on everything. I'm tempted to make the whole team Zenislevs just because of double assault. Watch him lose his arm. No, no, don't hit me. Don't hit. Oh, wow, that was close. Here we go. See, new skills. It's not the one I needed, but that's what we were training for. That was a solid body hit. Oh, it's, yeah, that's right. This, I thought it was the one that triggers skills. No, we don't need that. Oh well, it'll be there for the next playthrough if we decide to use something like that. None of them need skills. Emma still needs a few. Or at least the XP. Oh, that was a quick run. It wasn't even a 10-minute mission, I think. Good prize money from that map. Good, because we're broke. And Marcus's mech needs upgraded. If we're going to continue to use it. I'm not even sure how much weight it has. Ugh, always love the music and the internet in this game. So good. And we can't just leave it named Grapple. We're going to have to name that. If he uses it. It's not a bad machine, though. I know it's very, very centric to melee. Probably has no... Oh, yeah, that's why he was taking so much damage. It doesn't have the hit points or defense upgrades, probably. Booster upgrade at least, so he can slide. I need to save the rest of that for a gun or something. Yeah, he should probably have a gun on his other arm or a shield. Good old Marcus. I would like to use him this playthrough, though. He's a pretty strong character if you can get the right skill set on him. I knew the shotgun, yeah, it's just a bit much unless we put a power pack on him. I could just stick a flamer on him like, what's his face did? Fruity did the flamethrower. I think he did a flamethrower on his. It worked out pretty well. Another spike would be really good. I kind of want to see that. We'll do it for now. We don't have anything better to do. Why not? He also doesn't have a backpack yet, so I'm not sure. Should we do items or should I do a power? The legs are pretty upgraded. That's upgraded. Uh-oh. Almost out of money. Money's... down to 400. I'm going to run that simulator one more time so we have a little bit extra cash. I'll finish upgrading his mech and then we can... I think one more battle should do it, and they're going pretty quick. Then I'll start continuing the story. No, not him. Oh, no, no, no. He's got the skills he needs. Ryoga, I think he has the skills he needs. Dennis needs skills. I've just got to put him in a different Vanzer. Just basically anything. I'm actually going to put him in the Senislev, maybe. We switched these two out, so that'll work. And one more. I don't think there's any missiles now. That'll work. Yeah, we'll get some monies out of this and maybe some extra skill sets, and missile launchers aren't a big problem in this. These guys are a huge problem. We'll send Marcus after the missile launcher. He's gonna get shot first. Oh, it had a machine gun and ejected him. Well, that was a great way to begin this match, not. That was just what I wanted to see. In a simulator battle, too. There we go, another zoom. That's what we were looking for, skill unlock. I just needed to get him in a better mech. Might give him back a rifle if he gets enough zooms. I'll have to rearrange that after the fight. Jose's using some really old shotguns. I don't know how well he's going to do. See, they tricked me. They gave a machine gun to the rocket launcher guy, and I wasn't expecting that. I should have checked first. Normally, I actually do scan over the units to see. Oh, gosh dang. Missile launcher at a person. And he actually did get hit. And they're actually going to try and smush him. Oh, gosh dang. Miss. No! Ah, the one person I'm trying to train. Doesn't matter in simulator, it's just... Of course the computer gets lucky and targets the one person we're training. Rotten luck. At least we got one zoom, so it was worth it. Hello, Willis. Welcome to the stream. Did the doggo walk go well? I think that's what you said you were doing. Had to go walk the puppy. That's what you get for hurting one of my people. All of your arms gone. Oh, that was an AP upgrade. That's good. We need these upgrades so bad or we can't do the storyline. The last two fights were so iffy. Just wasn't able to get anywhere with them. It doesn't take long though. A couple of these good fights and you get the skills and AP you need. But for being a mech game, this game was very storyline driven, so if you don't stop and battle every now and then, you'll, well, wind up in a position where I'm at. Your mechs will be very outdated. Which is why it's a good thing they put the simulator in. I'm pretty sure Square knew that at the time. Either that or they paid attention to all their games and everybody just grinds the heck out of them. That was just for the lulz and to get XP. In storyline mode, we wouldn't have shot him. We would have just tried to capture it and get the money. Haha, joke's on you. I have a shield. Yeah, it went well. They were quick today. When I had a dog, that's how it was. Sometimes they were quick, and sometimes they wanted to take 2 hours. They just had to find that perfect position. I had one dog, it was probably about 10 years ago. It was a Shar-Pei, and it would go in a circle around me about 10 to 15 times, every single time. It was like no fail. Walk it out the door about 10 paces from the door, and it would run a circle around me And then it would just go. And I guess it just got it in its head that that's what it needed to do. That didn't do much. Dennis also doesn't have very good XP in the shotgun, so... This could hurt unless I get... Yep, that. That's what we were hoping for. This is why these skills are so important. Double assault is just devastating. Didn't quite take him out, though. It won't matter. He's primed to be taken out on this next round. Yeah. OP shields. Yeah, this isn't going to go well for him. I get priority. And down he goes. I just kind of want to mop up, though, and get out of this. And we lost Marcus, and that's who we brought in here to train. That was a very unfortunate event that happened. It's okay, though. I mean, I'd rather it happen here in the simulator than later. And it's kind of my fault. I didn't turn on the evasion up. Probably should have. He has plenty of AP. Advance. It's impressive, though. The three of them are doing pretty well. Oh, this could hurt. I forgot how low in hit points she is. Yeah, I took her gun. Bad stun. I overestimated these guys, the B team. Oh well, Dennis is coming in for a save. Cool face. He's doing it again. He came in for the save. Oh, he can't shoot at anything just yet. She's stunned. And he's the threat, so I'm going to keep... Oh, there we go. 2 zooms in 1 battle. That's really good. This machine is amazing at getting that. And he chained it, and this is why you want zoom. Down he goes. I think I'm gonna just stick to like simple like zoom and those others. They're cheap skills and they stack a lot. And once we get the computer that procs those, it's even gonna be better. Can't hit him, but I'll take that box out. Emma's back up. Needs revenge. She can't because I'm not gonna repair it. Radiation. I thought you were good at this. Should have never introduced you to this game. You're a disgrace. Radiation, I don't know if you've been keeping up this playthrough. I've pushed these guys pretty hard. This is one of the first instances of me actually training. But yeah, you're right. It is kind of a disgrace to lose somebody in a sim. But I only just got Marcus. He has like nothing. He's like bare bones, no skills. Grapple 3. He actually got lucky and got grapple 3 in the storyline. Dennis has got some skills. Ooh, pilot damage on a spike. Very good. Goodbye. Yeah, no wonder he surrendered. He just took a spike right through the cockpit. That'll make anyone surrender. Hey, ooh. Should he get the skills? Or, well, yeah, because he doesn't have... This is AP mostly. Yeah, surrender automatically. Let me put it on the nice music here, and then I have to step away from the keyboard for a moment. I drank way too much coffee today. I'll leave it on the simulator because it's got nice music. I think we read all the messages. Yeah. No, I didn't want to do that again. I was going to leave it on the internet. Buttons. Fingers. Do what I tell you. Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys. I will be back momentarily. Let's make sure the mic's working. Okay, I'm back. As I said, too much coffee. That's what happens. Alright, I think let's go... Thank you, Blown Apart. I am back. Check the shop. We're gonna reload. I think I just got enough money from that last simulator. Finish the upgrades on that machine. If anybody has... I gotta think of a good name for this. Alright, the hit point upgrades are there. Needs a backpack. I don't even know if we'll use it or not, but because, like I said, Marcus needs skills. Maybe we'll get them along the way. Parts, backpack. A power one? The power one would focus his melee. I doubt he can do this yet. I'll just store it if he can't. No. Those packs aren't good enough to support that, and the arm's way too much. Comms 5? Ooh. He doesn't need it, but one of them does. I know I gave Dennis double assault. I just don't remember what vehicle we put him in. One of them was supposed to get at 5. No, I don't remember who it was. Because I wanted the new computer. Emma's. Maybe it was Emma's. We'll buy one anyway. Oh, we don't want that. I remember that's not actually a good skill. We're just going to do 3 pilot damages, and it should leave enough for a double assault. If that queues up in battle, that's going to be devastating. Alright, we'll save, and we'll try to push the story. Which, we left off, the embassy was in flames. We've got information. The ambassador was a traitor, still looking for Lukov, and Marcus just joined our team. So if I remember correctly, the team was trying to regroup and figure out a new plan. Because it seems everybody they trusted is not worthy of being trusted. They're all betraying them. We'll save twice, because I've had some problems with the save files. Righto, here we go. So the story continues. I think everybody who wanted to be here to see it is somewhere in the room watching or listening. Remove the memory card too early. Thankfully, the Vita doesn't have the memory card, but the saves can still get corrupted a little bit on these older titles. I'm playing on an official system by Sony, but it's still emulating the PS1. So we had an incident, what was that, 2 episodes ago, where I had to play an hour of story to get back. But it ended up working out. It was a really good mission. I did better on the replay than I did the first time. Ryogo. Won't it be a bit conspicuous if we use Wanzers? Understatement of the year. Katsuki, we shouldn't waste time planning. Lukov might get away. Okay, so never mind. They're scrapping the plan. They're just running straight for him. Dennis. Futai is up ahead. We'll rush through to save time. Marcus. No, I don't think so. Look at that radar. Gotta make sure the entire system is emulated memory and all. They kind of did, because there's still glitches, bugs, and lag. But the Vita TV is actually pretty good. Dennis, the radar's picking up multiple large weapon platforms. I'm picking up tanks, aka toy cars, too. They know right where we're headed. Yeah. I don't think it's really hard to tell if you're a Banzer. There's not too many places. Oh, oh. This is that one group. I think this is the elite group that we meet for the first time. I think. Right, what the heck is that? That's cheating, dude. Who do you think you are? Well, I think they're the bad guys. Marcus. Hey, at least we're... They know that we're... I'm not saying it. I didn't even know that language is in this game. I think it is T-rated. No, it's not M-rated. I don't stream those. Alright. I don't even remember what those platforms can do. We'll take Emma. Dennis was last in the... We'll leave him in that. He did pretty well in it. And I really want to use Marcus. I know he's not going to be very viable for this mission, but I really want to put him in there. He's in the storyline. It makes sense. He won't have much AP either, but I have to turn those on. His biggest problem is going to be probably missiles. Although everything in the game is puncturing. Hello, Just Caitlin. Thank you for the raid. Oh, you guys just finished up your stream, didn't you? Hold on. Still getting used to putting this in here. I finally have a shout out thing, but I have to see if it worked. Yay, it worked. That makes me happy. So welcome, Raiders. We're playing Front Mission 3 tonight. This is our 9th episode. It's a tactical, heads-down RPG, turn-based mech game. I know it's a lot. But it's basically just a mech game with a really cool storyline that Square developed back in 1999. And I'm playing it on the Vita TV and streaming it for everybody to re-enjoy a long time later. It's a pretty fun game. We just started this story. We're about to fight some weapon platforms that we haven't seen in the story yet. Experimental weapons, I think. And I'm setting my defenses because this is actually going to be a kind of a hard fight. For the most part, when I don't know what I'm fighting and they're weapons platforms, I go with anti-puncture. That tends to be one of the most used defenses or attacks in the game. Anyway, if you guys have questions about the game, just ask. And thank you for joining me, if even just for a little bit. I hope your guys' DayZ stream ended well. That you got to safety. Oh boy, tanks. They do have a lot of toy cars though with fire. Oh, but they're missile launchers, so we should not have a big deal taking them. You know, before we do this, oh, I go anti, and look, they're all going to be missile launchers. Fun. We're going to take a lot of damage. It's alright, we've had worse. Miss. Miss, miss, miss. No. I thought that wall was blocking him. He ain't gonna live very long. That's fine. See, he's not got much movement. Because this mech's not upgraded. Uh-oh. Let's see what the enemies do. I can still reach you, though, dude. You're gone after this. Better make it count. He did. But retaliation got him. The mech's looking practical. Yeah, they do. Maybe, so it's the old version of Into the Breach. I guess. I don't know. Into the Breach. What is game? I'm sorry. I don't know if it's a game or a movie. It sounds familiar, but when I hear Into the Breach, my mind goes to an event from an old MMO. Hello, Flame. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, those, the spider mechs over there, the weapons platforms, I guess their reasoning would be so they can shoot over the buildings, but I'm not really sure how that's much more practical than the normal mech. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I mean, if a car were to go astray and slam into one leg, they'd probably just fall over. I think the tanks would do more damage. Oh, so it's a brand new... Okay. I don't feel too bad that I didn't know it. But then, yes, if it's like a mech game... Oh, yeah. This Final Fantasy Tactics in this game, you can draw a lot of similarities to. They weren't too far apart from one another. run on a very similar engine. I actually want to do Tactics on stream at some point because I love that game. And now I'm going to have to go and look into the Breach. Double assault on this should... Oh, just shy of ending him. Sorry, he's not going to live much longer. We'll have to try and take down some of these stick boys. Ooh, her, What the hell? It hit her arm. Hopefully that'll save it for one more turn. I didn't realize they were focusing her. I was busy talking. At least get this tank out of the way. I love all games mechs though, so I'm going to be totally sure to go and check that out. Big fan of mech games. Mechs and big machines fighting one another, I don't know why. I've always had a fascination with them. Hello, Smiley. How are you doing? Because I know you are probably streaming. Maybe. Or maybe it's your day off. I can't remember. Oh well, I just put this in and I want to use it. Get that right. The game is going well. So far. Well, actually, this battle isn't going to go well for me. I may have to restart it. But I'm having fun. We're kind of getting our butts kicked. It's our 9th episode, and I've been pushing really hard with this team, and no training, so they're a bit weak. And in the story, they bring out these big spider mechs that look impractical. They're doing just fine in the game, though. All these missiles, I just picked the wrong defense. If I had picked missiles, we'd have been fine. This would have been we would have bulldozed them over. Nope, I had to pick anti-piercing. Because I thought they had railguns. Yeah, they don't. It's okay, let's see if we can knock a few of them over. They also have machine guns, great. Well, that I'm protected against. Were you a fan of Transformers or Power Rangers too? Yes, to both. Yes, all the mechs. The Transformer movie is the cartoon, the original cartoon movie from, what was that, the late 80s? Early 90s? I don't remember, but the original cartoon. One of my favorite movies of all time. I just, like, when I was a kid, it was really upsetting when Optimus Prime passed away. I was devastated. Literally, that was all I could think about for weeks. And then my mom, it was so bad, my mom had to make up a story that he was actually just sleeping. And that was the only reason I got over it. Otherwise, it's still one of my favorite cartoon movies, if not one of my favorite overall movies of all time. Yeah, you guys are right. Their legs just go right off. Impractical outside and inside of the video game. Ooh, this is what we were hoping for. He finally learned it. Go, Marcus. Knock them legs out. Blown apart rest mode. Yeah, I'm not lying. You guys want to know an embarrassing fact about me? I was extremely troubled as a kid watching Transformers. Like that mentally bothered me for a very long time. Not that I didn't like the movie, it was just, it took a while to digest what had happened in the movie. We're keeping Double Punch, that has a much higher proc rate. Now, if Emma can avoid losing her arm for another 2 turns, we probably swung this back in our favor. Oh gosh, there was another full health one down there. Maybe not. Hit the legs. I was afraid that was going to happen. Because whenever I claim I need to keep a part, it's going to get knocked off. Alright, I think he's gone this turn. No, I need a double assault. And we didn't get it. Okay, Emma's got to get down here. Or, no, it's not going to do to hide her. I can fix the part. I'm just afraid she's going to get retaliated on and it'll go blow up again. I do have one restore. I think we're going to go back and try to free up the main mech, the damage dealer. Good gravy. Getting a lot of skills in this fight. Come on, Zoom. A Zoom would have made sure that we got that. He doesn't have a fist, so we'll go back to that. Alrighty. Let's get up in his grits. Maybe I can take his legs out. Yeah, it's not going the greatest for me, but again, we picked the wrong resistance types. And the toy cars are really ganging up on me by focusing. Good, he missed. Finally, they're starting to miss a few. That probably won't miss. Wonder why he switched targets. He deprioritized Emma. Oh, because I've got low health, body health. Does it say if you don't take the arm off, you're gone. Big boy falls over. That's two of them now, right? I think there's still two more on the map. We haven't lost anyone yet, so... And he doesn't have any items. But the other guy does. Alright, Emma, before you go down, you need to at least do some damage. To anything. I don't think the tanks can fight me in close combat. Yeah, no risk of getting hit back. While still maintaining damage. Dennis should still have a couple repairs. Marcus is still chasing down the spider boy. Come on, do something. No, nope, no skills. Spikes are good, but you have to have them skilled up or they don't hit frequently enough. Good, no pun intended, but spike damage. Ah, glad I healed him because look, tanks went right after him. Still going for Emma. Okay, that one's still programmed to go after her. It's alright, I would have rather lost the legs there anyway. At least we can still be effective. Actually, just leave her there so she can help finish off the tank. Or at least I thought. It survived with just barely an ounce of health. Now I have to waste another mech to take it down. Oh well, that's not too bad. We're actually doing a lot better in this than I could have hoped for picking the wrong, completely wrong resistance. There we go. That's what you need to trigger when you've got the spikes. And it's worth the damage. Ooh, that's gonna take his arm, maybe. No, thank God, it whiffed. Oh, look at this. He's actually coming after me. Must have ran on missiles. It's fine. These guys are giving great XP to him. Might even get him caught up. Now, where was this other? The tank drove away, didn't it? Yep. Should be his end. I say should be. Ah, there we go. All of this going on in the middle of a downtown city. I mean, if these are the police things, I think they did more damage to the city than we did. Yeah, I can't reach him. Just a shotgun left. I gotta work on this mech's legs. Don't forget. Let me forget. This is Lasana's. Okay, that's Lasana's mech. It's slow. It needs to get upgraded. Very durable, but it's just a little slow. I think it's the legs I chose. Get him, Marcus. Legs are gone, so he can't run no more. I mean, these are all legs. Ugh. It's surrendered. It's a shame that we can't actually capture it. Most of the unique pieces in this game you can't take. On a plus note, the next hit makes him give up. No one's close enough. We'll just use him. Oh, another melee 3. Almost took him out. But he will surrender. Hello, Praxian. Welcome to the stream. You made it in time to see the continuation of episode 9 here, or the continuation of our Front Mission 3 playthrough. A gold? I'm actually shocked. I don't ever get above silver. Not with this team. Alright, so we took that group out. Now we can go after Lukov. Rego, what's up, Kazuki? Let's hurry. Lukov's gonna escape. Kazuki. Yeah, I know. Uh-oh, he sounded resigned in that. Marcus. You think you did something awful? Kazuki, if we hadn't come, these people wouldn't have been killed. Kazuki, he goes from being very bravado to... what is that called? Insightful. Marcus. But we still have to catch Lukov, or more people will die. Marcus. So focus on that. Keep your mind clear, or you'll wind up dead. It's true. Lukov's kind of crazy and going on a killing spree. He's very obsessed about getting this bomb. We'll save it, because that was a decent win. And really quick, we have to buy some items because their backpacks are pretty empty. I won't make it another story without at least having some items. Luckily, you got Uber for items. I can just call them up. I think everyone used at least 2 items in that battle. Plus the battle before it, I don't think I had many items left. Repairs. Restore low. That repairs an arm if it goes. Regular repair. We're almost to the point in the story where the regular base repairs don't work anymore. Almost. We can make them work for a little longer. Just a bit. Repair. She has her items. Items. Oh, and this one doesn't have items. That's right. Onward. That's all we needed. Just a couple extra items. Radiation. This is where Amazon came from. Calling Amazon and being like, I need ammo. Well, are you a Prime member? Yeah. Oh, okay. We can drop it right in the middle of that war zone. It's not a problem. Next day delivery? Is this your Amazon day? And this, I guess that's where they would use their drones to drop it in. In a way, it kind of creeps me out that Amazon's going to start shipping items with drones. Not sure how I feel about that yet. Well, in essence, it's kind of cool. Have stuff delivered to your door by drone. It just gets there. The other idea is a bunch of unmanned drones flying around carrying who knows what in packages. They look clueless. It's so funny that the mechs replace people in this. Like, they look at each other when they're talking. Oh yeah, look at this motley crew coming up around the horizon. We're a bit over. Yeah, we're outmatched. They're waiting to ambush. Dennis. But we don't have the time to turn back. Ryoga. Forget about it. We'll just blitz them like we always do. Yeah, we do have that habit. Marcus. You got a lot of guys, a lot of guts, Ryoga. So how about it? You ready to take them on by yourself? Ryoga. I take it all back, man. You aren't gonna live long if you all talk. Yoon, I don't think you can just live on muscle alone either. Marcus, of course not. Little lady, I'll show you that I'm not just all muscle. I hate it when they stop the reading. I want to read right through it. He says that and then he walks off all alone. In some places they can't because the birds will attack them. Oh yeah, I've seen video of hawks actively attacking drones. Hello, Legas. The drones are not affiliated with the upcoming robot revolution. Skynet. They start naming it that, then I'm going to be worried. Or wait, didn't a company already name one? You know, I think for this fight we are going to need missiles. And we're going to want to put... Oh, he should be in the right mech. That's the machine gun mech, right? Yeah, I think that is the right mech. Looked like there was a lot of fist guys, so we might just stay, though. Yeah, I think it might have been a good idea to stick with a missile launcher so we can get some early strikes. Because they're all over. Yeah, they're across the river. It would have been hard to hit them. Of course, I don't think they have any means to get over here either. Punchy guys. Let's put them off for a little bit. I won't even go into double assault range. I can weaken them. We'll just focus one at a time. They are meat shields, though. I mean, they're intentionally doing that. They want me to focus those because there's probably missiles. Nah, there's shotguns, too. That's fine. I'm really worried about the meleeists getting behind us. Of course, they have anti-piercing. Alright. Yeah, one of them got back here real quick. Ooh, that was a bad choice for him. Thought he'd go after Ryoga. Oh, that was real bad. Right in the beginning. Oh, I did not anticipate that. I figured he'd do some damage. I didn't think he'd direct it all into that arm. Oh, we need to get rid of him quick. That should do it. Really? Computer is getting lucky today. I'll repair it, but I have a feeling she might get retaliated on. Not by that guy. I'm going to take him. I have to waste another mech to do it. It's good AP, though. Oh, that was so unlucky, losing a part right in the beginning. He's going to end up losing a shield. But at least they're all distracted by that. They're honestly making a big mistake just focusing the one unit. Because most of my guys would have taken a while to get to them. Now we can start retaliating with missiles on that guy. And the shotgunners. Oh yeah, here we go. Double assault. Hopefully Emma will also get it. He has two. Nope, didn't. Really needed him to skill that together. Oh, and he lost his arm now. No double assault. But we took him out in one turn, so that's not bad. It was worth losing a part. Yeah, there goes the arm. That was the worst of the damage in that aspect. That one's thinking about turning around. Oh, this is a rough battle. It's okay, that's why we were playing and pushing. I wanted to see how close to the wire we could run it. And I think it's about as close as you can get without having to retry every single mission 5 times. He's still deadly with his fist, so I'm not worried. Oh, maybe I am worried. That took a lot of health. Pilot damage, yeah, chain it. Please, I need this. Yes, there we go. Maybe that'll lead to double assault. Nope. She's gonna lose her arm. Yeah. I'm about reduced to all melee. I've never lost so many parts doing a playthrough of this game. That's gonna hurt. Problem with shields when they break. And then you start taking full damage. Oh god, he almost lost his other arm now. Really? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken the missiles. Emma doesn't have any more items to restore. She does have repairs, though. So we'll move them into position. I'm going to have to take the turn to repair everything. Actually, I think he's gone. No matter what I do. Because he's not got enough hit points in either part. Dang. Yeah, we can try. Ryoga's still at full health, so that's pretty good. If he just gets some zooms to help out. Gotta get good to do good. Yeah. I need more skill ups on these guys. I got nothing over here. I think, yeah, I don't have anything. The missiles were out anyway. But we're losing too many guys too quickly. Rate of fire triggered. Ooh, that was nice. We needed it earlier. We could have saved some more of our mechs. But that was a saving grace right there, because I cut the numbers down. They still got a fresh mech up there. Who's coming in? He's got repairs, but he doesn't have anything else. Alright. He's a meat shield now, sadly. It's alright, we can still stay in the game that way. I need him to burn the gun off, though. He'll retaliate and knock out the other guy. Ooh, that guy had a negative skill. Or no, did I just gain that? I'll have to look. Red's typically the enemy. Keep going, we need more damage. Ah, only 2. Okay, so he can't retaliate now. Perfect. Nothing else, he's stunned, so he's out for a turn. Oh, we're hobbling through this mission. Are you going for an eject team this time? Yeah, I like pilot damage, and I have done teams where everybody has it. And I was thinking of skilling that up. Just rebuild Emma's machine and train everybody in pilot eject and pilot damage. Everything's stunned. I hope he can take him out. Good. He's surrendered, so we don't have to focus him anymore. She doesn't have any more repair items, right? No. Now we're going to have to engage in close combat, except with this. And he's almost immune to machine gun fire. But enough of it. Enough of anything. Oh well, that's a good start on him. We had to use all the items. Ow! Yeah, he's totally gonna take Dennis out. He's gonna take me out, but at least I can do something to him. Oh no, we got real. That was fortunate on my part. I got a stun. I can't believe we did this with just almost all of my guys being melee. As long as they don't bring a boss in right at the end, we're fine. I can't remember. He's stunned, so we get one more turn. Watch, here we go. Good surrender there. This should be a surrender and a free mech. Yeah. That'll pay for all the items we need. Oh, that was close. I was kind of holding my breath on that one. Not much prize money. We didn't do well. Silver. Silver's not bad. These are so helpful that we captured two, because we've been broke for most of the storyline. I'm going to have to probably sell both. Continuing. So we blitzed through, losing most of the parts on our mechs. Kazuki. Lukov's up ahead, right? Dennis. He may already be on Dehaozong soil. Probably. We should make haste. Are they setting up a trap for us? I would assume so. It's only going to get more difficult. Ryogo, I knew it. Katsuki, pull yourself together. We're going after Lukov. See, he gets reflective and then very pushy. Oh well, I'm happy with them. They actually got through that, and I didn't think I was going to. But the melee mechs now are doing so much damage. See, I didn't remember this, because most playthroughs, I grind mechs up that can, well, one-shot, at least two-shot most of the enemy mechs. One of the first times since the very first time playing the game that I've pushed like this. And everybody used all their items. I think I need to pick up some more restores. I keep losing limbs. We had Keisher's mech in that because we were using missiles. Emma used like everything. Yes, she totally used all of her stuff. I could have hit 2 on that. Oh well. Fruity doesn't have them, and he was okay. He still had a okay, so he did have a restore on him. Ooh, can sell for 1,700. Yeah, we'll take that. 1,800. Yep. Oh, wow. Actually, I have money. Can actually upgrade stuff. This is part of the reason we haven't used this mech. It's not upgraded. Maybe we will actually be able to hit stuff and survive another fight. I think we had all the boosts and stuff. So that one's good and done. Marcus, are you... Maybe? Maybe? He didn't have the evasion on legs. The only problem with all of these upgrades that we're getting is they take AP in the battle. And I prefer to have lots of AP. That one wasn't too bad. They just came right to us. I didn't have to move around the board a whole lot. Outside, the punchy mechs hit really hard. Oh, he didn't have the defense. See, if you max your guys out in the simulator, AP is not really a big deal, because you can get max AP on all your weapons, and then you can blow all your AP, or most of it, into the upgrades. Essentially how your mechs level in this. Okay, I think we fooled around enough with the upgrades. We've got most of them now thanks to stealing both of those other mechs. Hijacking them. I just stopped when I looked at that name, Futai Tunnel. There's something about this tunnel that I remember. Oh. This is... If I remember right, there's an elite group, and this is your one chance to get one of their mechs. Oh no, is this going to turn into a 0.2 episode where I actually have to stop and reload several times? I hope not. I haven't had to do that since the second... I think it was the second episode we had to do that to get the police mech. I just realized, though, I think this is where an elite group is found, and we have, like, one shot at getting their mech. I think these are, like, Lukov's henchmen that we have to fight. We'll find out. Ominous music, yeah, probably. Kazuki, that's strange. There's no signs of the enemy. Emma, shh. Something's coming. Ooh, a big battle train. Now you know that's loaded to the hilt with mechs. Yep. One after another. Boy, do they have a lot of stuff. Yeah, they do. Being hit by something like that is definitely not going to feel good. No, that's going to go first. We have permission to fire in the tunnel. Yeah, that's also something to consider. Oh, units, engage the enemy. Oh boy, big guy. Dennis, we're not going to put you in that. I really don't need the missile launcher in this. Just Caitlin's machine. I'll put him in that. I think that's the shotgun and shield, which is pretty solid. can't tell. Won't let me look. The train's on this side. I'll rush it with the Zenislev. Put one good melee over there. That should be a good split. Where's the train? Where's the train? Oh no. Can I not get over to it? It's the first thing I wanted to look at. Make sure how big that... Yeah, there it is. Counts as a missile launcher? Oh no, it has a grenade launcher. Ooh. Those just knock your parts off so quick. Could be difficult. And it's protected with shotguns. Maybe avoid it then. No, I can't. I have to get over there and get to it. We kind of knew it was going to be a rush to get to that. There's not one on the other side, though. I might be able to cross over here and go up here and support hurting that thing. Didn't have much AP left. I'll conserve what little bit I've got. And eventually we're going to have to come back and fight all them, so might as well start picking on them. Ow. AI's got those upgraded shotguns now. They actually hurt. I'll have these two file right down to the train, hopefully. Or get as close as they can. I think these guys have shotguns, so they're going to have a time aiming at me. No counter. Oh, AP. I don't have the AP for countering. That's what that is. Good. Her evasion's actually working for once. Please tell me it's a missile launcher, not the grenades. Okay. Because we're too close together. Oh, gosh dang it. Another unlucky hit at the beginning of a match. Oh, that ruined that. Pilot damage, come on, and double assault. Follow it up with that. Nope. Process of elimination on those guys. The only good thing is that the train actually came closer. And we stunned it. Good. We bought ourselves that turn back that we're going to lose. I think the AI realized it too. They're sending someone back. We're going to lose the priority on this, so we'll go with the spike. Yep, there. And then I get to keep the shotgun for this. I knew he'd move away. Ow. That wasn't too bad. We got to hit that guy on retaliation, take out toy car. Boom. Yeah, they're both heading back to support the train. Or try to. I messed up bringing that up here. It's too dangerous with the missile launchers to let it go too long into the mission. Oh, it's got a lot of health. Come on, Ryogo, get a chain. We need a chain. We're heavily outnumbered down here. One more. Yes! Maybe we get his arm. I don't know. We're close. Ah, wrong arm, but we got it. I mean, at least we did a bunch of damage. Hi, Woody. I just joined. Did you get far from the last stream and story? A little bit. We did 2 story battles so far. It wasn't too big because we had collected Marcus from the previous story at the end of it. So we had to run through a city. We were ambushed in the city by these tall walking mechs. And I thought it'd be pretty hard, but it was not bad. And we chased Lukov, who went through this tunnel going into the Dehagzong territory. And we're ambushed again by a train with really big guns and lots of mechs on it. So, yeah, we got through a couple storyline missions. Nothing real revealing happened. We're still chasing. We're right where we left off. We're still chasing Lukov into that next territory, and he's one step ahead of us and throwing lots of little guys at us that hurt really bad. Got lucky and stunned that big guy. He's basically the boss. Ooh, good go. Definitely lose that battle, so initiative. Yeah, and we lost the arm. I might lose her mech completely here. Should have stopped the hill. It was my bad. That train's too deadly to leave up throughout the entire mission. Still doing a number on me. Oh, I need to get in front of that. Because the Zenislav might take it out in double assault. Yeah, there we go. I needed that. Yeah, everybody should just have Zenislavs in my story. And those of you who don't know the game, the Zenislavs, the basic parts that we're using to build that mech. It's one of the better... Well, it's on the front cover of the game, so it's one of the better mechs, though, in the game. I'm going to keep her around. Can't believe that thing's still hanging on. Finally, you're no threat. Ah. It took a while. Too long. Yeah, sadly not going to last any longer with Emma. Train's gone, though, so that's a big bonus. Who can I get to? Oof, his body's taking too much damage. She can't do anything. I don't have a lot of choices there. That's... Yeah, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to do with her. She's done. She took way too much damage. They focused her this whole mission. I can try to feed another item to the mech, but I'm pretty sure the mech's done. Oh. That might have helped. Oh, he ejected it. If he had gone the opposite direction, we could have taken his mech. Wait, we can't go there. I know what we need to do. This one has items, right? I hope so. It does, thank God, because the Zenislav's not going to survive very long against shotguns. She can't attack, but that did buy me another turn. We lose the challenge, so we'll go Fear Fist. And we triggered double assault, so that's perfect. I think it was his gun arm, so he's disabled too. I gotta solve this situation first. Well, she can't attack. I can try to repair the arm, but he's got a shotgun. I don't think it's gonna last. Yeah, I would have needed a zoom to try to knock his arm off. Oh, well, it was worth a try. They should be able to handle that. So now the only threat is that other mech in this tank, I think, are the last two threats. Yeah, that one's unarmed. This one's just got fists. That's the one that's still armed. Ah, it's really just hoping against the odds he wouldn't shoot at me. Alright, we can buy one more turn. There's only one other thing I can do. Nah, we didn't get the other arm. I was really hoping I would. Ooh, that'll make sure more pellets hit. Didn't really need it, but that's good. Guarantees the tank's demise. He should be able to still hit it from over here. We'll line him up to go help the other beleaguered force. He finally surrendered. Ooh, that took a while. No arms, and he was holding in there. This guy's gone. Two surrenders. I don't... Unless he auto-surrenders, we're not going to get him, though. He's too low. I knew that would buy me one turn. Well, I didn't know. I mean, I guess there was a possibility he could beat me there. Zenislav for the rescue. This should make him surrender. Yep. Free mech. We'll be alright as long as this isn't one of those stories where they spawn something on top of us. We'll just take the free XP. There's no way I can get this guy to surrender in time. Be here all day. Alright. It was a little iffy on that lower end, but not bad. We pushed through the tunnel, got rid of the train. Not the best score, bronze. My average damage, it sucks. It's so bad. Negative 15% every mission because of the damage. Oh, wow. Fruity was getting like plus on his damage in his playthrough because he powered his guys up so good. Money. Ryogo, I hate to say this, but I'm getting tired. Hey Dennis, how much further do we have to go? Dennis, I'd say we're about midway. Kazuki, they don't call this the longest underground tunnel for nothing. Oh, really? Is that all they call it? Emma, I don't want to hear negative talk like that. We can do it. Thank you, Emma. Get them in line. Push them forward. Emma's like our sound character, basically. She's going to keep the team together. I mean, not really. They want Kazuki as your main character, but it's hard to think of him as that because he's kind of a kid. Alright, we're saved. When we come back, I'm going to go on a little break, and when we come back, we just got to buy the items real quick, and I think I can get another... If I could take a break, I might stream for just a little bit longer. I might be able to do one more, maybe 2 more parts of the story, depending on how long that next mission is. I actually thought that this is where we got the elite mech, and we didn't. Which was interesting, because I remember the tunnel name. Maybe it's another tunnel, or it's further up in this one. Oh, we don't have to upgrade. We just need items. We need items, and we need to see if there's a better backpack real quick. She has a good backpack. I think it's this one, doesn't. Yeah, we don't have... There's just the 4 items, so that's not going to help. That's sad. Alright, Ryoga didn't go through anything. Emma did. Holy crap. These restore lows aren't... I don't even know. They're not really worth it. But this takes up her entire inventory. How about we do a restore high and 1 repair, and we'll try that for now. That should work. Really need it to restore more than 100 hit points when it comes back. Oh, that's right, he doesn't have those. Okay, we should be pretty good right there. So I'm going to take a small break to get refreshments. I recommend everybody else does as well. Should be back in under 2 minutes or so. I don't normally go for real long, but I will be right back. Alright. Back. Get a little coffee. That'll work for now. Let's see what I miss in chat. Yeah, there have to be elite opponents further in the tunnel. It would be great to capture one of them. Okay, so they are further up. I thought I remembered... Again, it's been a long time since I played this game. But I thought I remembered the tunnel being... that there's a section where there's a bunch of elite guys. If I have to reload that mission, then that might end up being the last mission in the thing. But I really want to capture one. So we'll make sure that we save here over the embassy. And we don't need the last save because we did really well. Alright, let's see if we can't capture an elite mech if they're up here, which I hope they are. Let's see, we're working our way down. I don't know, we made it to the other end. Unless they're at this end. Doesn't it go on for a bit? Yeah, I thought it did. I thought there was another fight. I swear I remember fighting an elite mech here, or a boss. You know, 10 plus years will do that to you, but... Oh, here we go. Dennis, we've almost reached the exit. Yoon, what's that? It's pretty. It's an observation window. You can see the sea. That's not good. Okay, so yeah, I think these are the elite guys. We're gonna get our butts kicked anyway. Oh boy. What? Vanzers? They came from those torpedoes. Looks like we're not the only ones crazy out here. Yeah, I don't think so. Yes, this is the elite group, and those mechs are really good. I need to get one of those, at least one. Uh-oh, an unknown person entered. Capture your target above all else. But if all else fails, destroy them. Those are Lukov's orders. Okay, like Lukov's sister. Roger, all units, you know the drill. Oh, I've done this before. That's the group's name. Imaginary number. Yeah, this is imaginary number. Gotta fight them. This is the one chance I'm gonna get to really capture one of them. Gonna need a lot of guaranteed damage. Tempted to get Marcus in there just for the meat shield. We're gonna need a lot of items though. Yeah, we'll try the same team. And if this doesn't work, we'll go back, do it differently. Anti-piercing. I think, yeah, it should be alright. I need to goad them back one at a time if I can. Oh, look at the hit points on these guys. Ugh. Shotguns, ace pilots, of course. I'd love to do that. Shotgun. If they're all using shotguns, this might not be that bad. But I might have to reload and go get a missile launcher. Capturing one's going to be a bit difficult unless we can weed them down. So kill the ones with the anti-piercing. Maybe get the other one. I need to get them to this point over here. My guess is they're going to auto-target Dennis's machine because I think it's the least upgraded, so I'm hoping to drag them this way. Into kind of a staggered firing position, one at a time, but depends on how far they can boost. I mean, they may not move at all. They might just keep ending their turn. Yeah, let them waste turns doing that stuff. I ain't doing it. Looks like we might have one taker. Alright, so he'll boost straight down into me. Emma's good for that. She's got items. I know this is going to be a bit boring, but I really would like to capture one of these. It'll improve our odds greatly. What? He's just destroying everything. They're going to tear up the tunnel for no reason. Okay, I figured this would happen, but he went after the wrong person. That was slick. He didn't want to get double assault. Too bad, buddy. It's going to happen anyway. There's his AP gone. Good. That's what we were waiting on. Now... no double assault, though. That's what we needed to kick off. But we got what we wanted. We got one straggler out here. All these shotguns, we might actually get rid of some limbs. Hopefully it'll take them too long to get out here. Then we could focus on just taking them out. Taidong arm can help. It triggers eject skill on melee attacks. Yeah, I know. I thought it was either eject skill or pilot kill. I need it for this team that I'm building. Be very, very useful. We're going to lose the challenge, so let's go with the fist. And he gets double assault. That's right. They have skills. Ow, ow, ow. We're going to kill the first one. Too many body hits. And he gets double assault on a... oh my gosh. Cheaty. That was very cheaty of him. Bye. Alright, they're down one and we couldn't capture that one. Still a couple more chances to try. Oh no! How did I miss that? Ah, it's not good. I actually thought he'd have the other. We just did all those item reloads and we forgot that machine. And he's going to get to me before I can heal. Yeah, we're going to end up reloading this. I got very unfortunate with all those double assaults on me. At least he doesn't have anti-piercing protection. Once again, it's all body damage, though. We need limb damage if we're going to capture it. Hey, buddy, you're the one that came down here. Now who's got skills? Ooh, that didn't do much. Dang. Ugh. He absorbed all of that. Shield. Can't risk losing more parts. It was a good start. I just got messed up with that other. Now, of course, he took the shotgun again. Yeah, they're not really hard to kill. Actually, they're too easy to kill. I just can't seem to keep them alive long enough to get their parts. I'm probably going to reload it, though, because I really want to try and capture one early, get one to surrender, and then ignore him. Not the best mech setup for this, either. Yeah, we're going to back out. I hate doing that in the middle of the story, but I really want to capture one of these, and that was a really bad beginning. I typically just try to push myself, but we're going to lose 2 mechs, and I might be able to get one more killed. And we're right there, so it doesn't really matter. This is like your one shot to capture one of them. That double assault, ooh, hurts. Probably going to have to take a missile launcher. And who? One of them didn't have items. That was another goof up. So yeah, my apologies. I wanted to push straight through the story, but I'd really like to get one of them. I mean, if we can't, we can't. I'll just do it on the next playthrough. Since we're storyline centric, we can definitely take them down. It's just a matter of how we're going to do it. And maybe I should get Dennis instead of a shotgun for this one. I don't like rifles. I'm not going to worry about them. Machine gun would be better, though. Oh, it's negative 15. Ow. We'll have to free up weight somewhere. I might have a lighter shield. I don't think that's going to be enough. Not quite. I need... How much weight did we need for the decent machine gun? I need 9 more. I don't think I've got anything lighter than this. Nope. The legs, though, we can do. He's got 6 movement. And the Zenislevs would give us... What did I just sell? I think I just sold my other legs off that I needed. Oh, I meant to just go through my other list. Oh well, do we have enough now for the machine gun? What? I thought I freed up enough. Now I'm confused. I thought I actually freed enough. Wait up. All this money going out the door. We're not going to make it. Yeah, we will. We got it. Just got to figure out something else to put there. Probably nothing. Yeah, there's just not enough weight to put anything else on that mech. Unless we totally change everything. Or we get rid of the backpack, but that might be a bad idea. See how many upgrades we have. He didn't have upgrades. That's part of the reason he took so much damage. Jeez, it didn't even have the basic hit point upgrade on its arm. Where's that machine we're going to have to sell off? Oh, it was an upgrade. That's... Oh, no, it wasn't. Or was I? It's frustrating. I don't like doing all the maintenance on stream, but... And I just backed out of the upgrades after I sold the machine. We're going to make one more attempt at getting those guys. Because I'm probably going to put Emma back in her standard mech. Oh, this machine will perform a lot better. It was almost completely unupgraded. Alright, let's see if we can do this with a better upgraded machine. I probably can't skip this cutscene, but that's fine. I don't think it'll let me skip these. In the old days, you really couldn't skip things. Yeah, they're going to come in. Really good animation for the time, by the way. I was talking to Fruity about that the other day when we watched the ending of his. Now it's laughable, but boy, when this game came out, we were all blown away by that. The effects and the noises. And to this day, it is one of my favorite games for artwork. I love the artwork. Did he have a shield? No, I didn't have enough weight. Maybe I should just throw him. Definitely need the Zenislev. Definitely need Ryogo. Because that's range and combat right there. One power. We didn't reset Emma's skills for rocket launcher, so that's not going to work. I could put him back in a missile launcher and try to beat them up a little bit as they're coming in. And we know now they're not going to use... see, we had this set wrong too, I forgot. They're all shotguns and hitting. So there's no reason in this fight not to take anti-impact. That's another thing that did us in. And now we have a missile launcher on our team, so the AI is going to be programmed to try and get it first. So I might be able to use that as just good old-fashioned bait. see. The range on that missile launcher is going to let him get nowhere at the beginning. But we can get... Alright, so we'll reposition. I don't need to be in any real hurry. I mean, if we can get one of these guys, it pays for itself in that sense. The whole storyline. Here's these parts as, if nothing else, we get the whole mech. We'll just use it for training. Just to get the pilot eject skills. It's just tough. Those guys have skills, and they're really good at using them. I want him to waste a lot of AP coming after us. I don't care. I'm being a little bit of a coward here, but... We moved him up there because I knew that would make him go that way. Why they do that? That was so weird. I don't even think he goes off that ledge. Guess because they're thinking of going to the rail line? So weird. Yeah, blow all that AP. See, this was a lot better. He had to blow a lot of AP to get down here. And it was an arm hit. That's good. Now, can we keep that kind of momentum going? Direct line of sight, so we'll get zoom on a missile, which is good, actually. Less chances of missing that. Oh, and it was on the arm. Better yet. That's amazing. He has no AP to retaliate. And look at that. He won't stay ejected, though. That's the problem. I ran out. Or I could get right in his machine and have it. Ugh. Why didn't it happen earlier? That's still a better start than we had before, though. No double assault for him either. Oh, I'll get hit first if I do that. Oh, maybe we'll get lucky and just the arm will get hit and the legs. Nah, the whole thing. Didn't cost me anything to take him down, though. Ooh, I thought that would put me close enough. Oh, no, I'd have to be, like, right in front of him, and then he's close enough to me, though. Right? No, he can't retaliate. Alright, there we go. And that's a good choice, because he has anti-impact, so it's doing better damage. It's all going body, though. That's what we need, the arms. Shield. Conserve hit points so we can make it to the end. Huh. Went into the Zenith, that was interesting. Come on, take that arm off. Close enough. Perfect. Just keep him at arm's length now. I don't know. What do you think my chances are of knocking the other arm off? We'll try. If he chains a lot, this is the one time I don't want him to chain a lot, but I'd eject, but he's dead. That was an easy kill. What? Oh, he didn't even get the chance to eject. He was just messed up from the get-go. Oh, wait. Let's see where he goes. Now I'll take some damage. That's spread out evenly. Yeah, his shield's good. He can take this. I don't know. Got 2 more chances to try and capture one. Again, that was even damage. Pilot damage is good. Should focus the body though, sadly. Unless we kill the pilot, that would be great, but it's going to take 2 chains of those. Come on, just need to eject him. I think that was his last missile. Maybe. Both arms are looking good. And there we go. Got one. Might be the best that we can do with our mechs in their current state. I'll have to clip that later. I actually got one and I blew both of its arms off in the same turn. That's pretty good luck. Bit of skill. I kind of knew I could do it if I had it the right positioning. I was thinking it would be down to the last guy though. Does he have any more? He does. He's got one more missile. I'll take it. We just need to get rid of him. Oh, they have a void 40. Most of the damage is blocked. Yep. At least he didn't have a shield in the void 40. Fruity taught me that's lethal. Knocked her gun arm right off. Yeah, lost the shield. Still another one. Oh, okay. I really thought that thing took up the 2 missiles for this. Ah, it should be him. He's done. Which is good anyway. I've been going for 2 hours, 14 minutes. I try to keep these down here. Around 2 hours for the front mission story. I might start doing them longer, but I haven't decided. The truck schedule's almost balanced out to the point where I know what I'm doing now, week per week. Shutting down. Okay. Now I have to be really careful to get this guy. I'm not using any, I was gonna say, I'm not taking any chances. I was just gonna shoot him, but we surrounded him, so he gave up. Congrats, you already know who will get the new parts? No, I haven't decided that yet. I just knew I wanted one. I'm very keen on collecting. Ah, there we go, got a quibbing. Yay! As soon as it lets us save, though. Let's get to this part of the story. Alright, we're really successful tonight. We caught a quibbing. Dennis, these weren't normal Changlai soldiers. No, they were not. Were they special forces? Marcus, these guys give me the creeps. Felt like I was fighting a machine. You were? They fought just like Lukov. Damn it, Lukov's probably already in the De Hongzong. Yeah. Ugh, he got away after all. Dennis, don't give up yet. We'll go to the De Hongzong and pursue him. Kazuki, that's right. Smack in the middle of enemy territory. Dennis, I have contacts there. Let's just think about getting there. Alright, Dennis, we'll do that. Yeah, who's gonna get the new parts? Who gets the new machine? Shame we don't get the weapons with it. Let's go look at it. Yeah, it's a good looking machine. We got one of them at least. And yeah, pilot ejects on the arms, right? I can't remember what the body is. I'll have to look it up. But probably keep it together for right now, and we'll use it as a training. Let's make 2 saves, because that was a really good win. And another save. Oh, we could save our Tai Pai. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's see where we can go after this. So, thank you everybody who came to watch episode 9. It was a pretty good episode 9, actually. I got through more battles than I thought it would. I think we've trained up enough that we'll be able to push the next 2 sections of the story before we got to stop again. Hopefully. Oops, I'm sorry, I hit my mic. Let me see who's on. Let's see. I got a couple choices to where we can go. Smiley Fusion's doing something called Penco Park. Real V is playing the new Pokemon Emerald. I actually thought Fruity was going to be streaming tonight his classic title, so I wanted to take you guys over there, but he's not up and running. Yeah, robots. Blown apart. Did you see us get the quibbing? Look, before we go. I don't know, maybe you had stepped out, but we did get one of the elite machines. You said robots. Was that because it's... Let me go check real quick. Is Smiley streaming a robot game? It would be right up our alley. It would be perfect. It is. It's robots. It's kind of like robots, isn't it? Camera? I don't know what she's playing. I've never seen it before. Oh well. We're going to go and check out Smiley because I've never seen this game before, and I think this will be fun. It looks like it's something to deal with robots, and I love machines. Oh, is it Pokemon Snap? It said Penco Park. Yeah, either way, we'll go visit her. Again, thank you guys for coming to see. And hopefully, let's see, it'll be, when is that? Friday. Friday will be my next episode. It'll be episode 10 as we get out of here and go into the Daehangzong. We'll also probably start that episode training with this toy right here. I'm going to load it up off stream and we'll get to work giving everybody on our team is going to have Eject Pilot now. So thank you guys for joining me and cheering me on and allowing me a reset in our storyline. We had to reload once to get this, but I think it was worth it. I think it's going to be really worth it that we did that. So let me set this up and then I'll hit the card and we'll be off, I think. I always forget that it takes 10 seconds to load the raid, guys, so I'm sorry. Still learning like the procedure to go from raid to the other. Is it going? Yeah, here we go. All right, see you over there.